Hello, in this presentation we're going to be talking about raven's tail warp, washing, drying, and trimming, counting in yards, and labeling and storing your warp once you're done spinning. When you're ready to wash your warp, you want to do so with just a little amount of Dawn soap or wool-friendly soap. And you want to make sure the water is warm to touch and that you have it on a nice spray, and gently wash both the back and the front, and then you want to do a drip dry. Hello everyone. So we have the first grouping of thigh spinning that we've been working on, and you'll see some of the add-ons that need to be clipped. It's already been washed and dried. So what we're going to do is do some of the trimming and also measure. So at 36 inches you have 1 yard, and I had already previously measured the first 5 yards. So I keep it on its little drying rack, and I pre-measured the first 5 yards, and I'm going to go through it and with a nice pair of scissors just trim any of the add-ons or some of the fluff that might have occurred. Here's a little add-on part. So it didn't take very long for this to dry. It's about 90 degrees the last couple of days down here. You could wash it with a wool soap or Dawn soap. And there's the first 5 yards. I did mark it down. You could use a paper clip as long as your wool is dry and it's just temporarily to mark, or you can get a piece of your favorite color and mark it, and then track down your measurements. So I did my first 5 yards. And I'll continue measuring out 5 yards and cleaning 5 yards at a time. And I'll show you what we'll do at the end. Hello everyone. So I went ahead and measured at every 5 yards and did the cleaning of the splicing. And after every 5 yards, we came up with 36 and a half yards. And here's all the little tiny parts that I had trimmed and cut from the warp. And this is the last marking of the yard and a half. And a way to take care of your warp is to wind it around your elbow. So there's my elbow and my hand. It's going to my elbow, to my hand. And we'll continue to do this with the 36 yards. So we just got done wrapping the 36 yards, and here's the end. Another way you can do it is get a little bit of your weft and tie it together to support it. And I've done so over here. You could take the end and just go around and come through, make a little loop. And you want to grab your pencil roving, give it a nice tug, kind of even it out. And what's really neat about it is if you hold with your right hand and with your left twist a little, you could go 1 or 2 times like so. Then you can open up and put this end to this end, and you have a little skein of your warp. One thing I like to do is I like to put down the measurement, what it is, the EPI, and we know that we need 60 for the first Raven's Tail project for this fall. So I said 36 out of 60, and today's date. You could tie it on there and continue spinning for the project that you need. So we'll continue spinning and adding our inches into yards and talk about our goals, how many yards we want to have completed by the end of class. What are you preparing for? What projects are you spinning for? And are you spinning for someone very special? Atleen Guinness Cheese for spinning with me.